Hey Byron, congratulations on your NFL debut, man. How was it?
It was great. I felt like, I had a lot of energy and I just was really excited to start it. So it was amazing.
What kind of nerves did you have? Are you a guy who gets nervous? Was it a wild experience? Because Steve Avila was just on here and he said Rob Havenstein told him the difference between college football and the NFL is nothing. So what how did you approach it?
Honestly, it was nerves there. I just feel like if you don't have any nerves about the game, you don't love it. So it definitely was nerves just about, my first NFL game. But, I just approached it the same. I try to have the same mindset, as I was going into college. So, it was just great. I felt great. So
Thanks.
Jordan.
Hey Byron, how was the sound in that stadium yesterday for you guys?
it was really loud. Honestly, I feel like we handled it pretty well, even though the type of crowd it is, we know what type of environment it was going to be going into the game, but we just had the same mindset we had, in practice, just don't let no outside distractions, distract us from what we, had planned. So
Throughout training camp, you've really showed your work in terms of the steps you've taken to secure this starting role. Is there anything specific from when you got there in the spring and then in August to start?
honestly, it's a big difference. I'm sorry, I didn't.
Oh no, you're okay. Just to starting yesterday, just anything that sticks out to you about how different you are.
I'll say my approach to the game, starting off in the spring, I was definitely, I'm still a young guy, but I was a young guy coming in that just was trying to find my way in a routine, a daily routine. But now it's more like I'm acting more like a pro and I'm taking that approach as a pro. And I know the position I'm in right now that, my teammates depend on me, the coaches depend on me. So I gotta definitely I had to learn faster, I'd say. In the spring I was kind of like taking baby steps. Now it's like more of they need me to step up and play a bigger role. That's what I'm trying to do, just do my part for the team. But that's the biggest difference, I'll say, my mindset, my routine.
When you say approach it like a pro, what do you mean by that specifically?
Um, like in the spring, I was more like I'm a rookie, but I was more like taking it as a rookie. I was just, it was okay to make that mistake. Okay, it's okay to make that mistake. Just, in the meeting room, it's okay not to answer questions or not to, ask questions. But now it's like, I got to be a pro. If I got to ask a question, I'm unsure, I got to ask that question. On the field, mistakes, we don't count on mistakes. We rely on our skill set. So, everything I do, I take as, a pro mindset. So I don't try to make no mistakes. I know in the game it's going to be mistakes, but I still approach it like, I know what I'm doing and I'm not trying to make no mistakes. So
Thanks, Byron.
thank you.
Stu.
Hey, Brian, I know Aaron Donald obviously plays a different position than you do on defense, but in what ways has he maybe been an example for you and maybe even taught you some things from a pass rush standpoint?
He taught me a lot, just so far since I've been here, every time I rush, he just telling me, I got to sell it better or I got to do this and that, different things just to, improve my game. But, just playing with Aaron Donald, it's amazing. It's definitely something that I always dream of playing with, a guy like Aaron, he definitely, helped me a lot when I rush a pass because, just a lot of, when he's rushing, the tackles definitely or the offensive line definitely going to be looking out for him. So it's like it gives me more opportunities for one-on-ones or more opportunities for me to, win.
And then what's it like going against Steve Avila in practice? I mean, obviously you guys aren't matched up one-on-one every single rep, but those instances you do go against him, how would you describe that experience?
Steve, it was a great experience, just going against each other, both as rookies. Sometimes when I have to come inside, it's definitely good on good ball, just us getting each other better.
And then lastly for me, just I believe you and Kobe were roommates initially when you guys got out to LA and maybe spent some time together during the pre-draft process too. Do I have that right?
Yeah, we definitely train together at Exos in February
Okay.
and January for the upcoming draft.
So I guess what did you learn about him during that time? And then just also when you're playing alongside him, what is that like?
He's a really smart guy. When we got here as rookies, literally, like he learned the playbook probably like the first week. I say it was crazy, but he definitely probably the smartest guy I know. When we on a on a line together. We communicate. He communicate. If it's something I'm sure of, he'll definitely just communicate to me. It's like, this what you got, or this what we got. He definitely that type of guy that you can ask him anything and he'll be on point about it. And just having him as a teammate, somebody to play beside, it's amazing.
Thank you.
Rico.
Yes. Hi, Byron. How are you? This is Rico Cabrera, East LA Sports Scene. Congratulations on a big win and a super game in terms of your stats. Very impressive. Just want to walk us through those if you can, or go with us. The first sack in the NFL, 6 pressures, 4 tackles, and 3 solos. Wow. Take us through some of those, what you might call more critical plays during that game, because it was very intense.
I'll say
Yesterday's game, excuse me. Yesterday's game.
I'll say probably, my first pressure I had, when I fell down and the quarterback rolled out. I think that was like one of the critical plays of the game, because, him forcing him out, we were trying to get a big stop. It was 3rd down. And, DK made a great play in the end zone, but those were one of the plays that I definitely feel like that was, an impact during the game, forcing him to make a field goal.
And the relationship now you have with Kobe Turner, both of you got your first sacks recorded in your careers, but how about some of that chemistry working with the other backers and sometimes on the defensive tight ends spot? How are you guys doing with that type of chemistry?
Now with the other outside linebackers.
Well, no, with your core group of linebackers and of course you're the defensive key people that are during the game. You guys might talk in the huddle or offside the huddle, just talking about how things are going.
Oh, just one of the guys that I, communicate really well is Michael Hoyt. He one of the guys that, I look up to. He's a mentor to me. But, like during the game, we communicate really well as a group. If something's unsure, like I say, he always be the guy to, definitely relay that to me if I'm unsure about something. But, just being around him, being around the other guys that in the same position is just great, and great learning ops.
Okay. Thank you very much, Byron. Look forward to seeing you.
Thank you.
Jordan.
Hey, Byron, just one more from me, and thanks for the time. When the defense has so many young players on it, and a game like Sunday, tension rose and, tempers kind of got hot at the end there, especially after Akello left the game and, with trainers. And just wondering how a young group stays calm or stays composed in those moments, understanding it's, a road game and a new experience for so many people.
We're how I want to say it, we're definitely disciplined as a group. We know when, it's time to, it is the best time not to do things, so it's a time and place for everything, basically what I'm trying to say. We prepare like that, we practice like that, and we know we don't let anybody get in our head or say anything to us that make us, get out of our character, basically. So, we prepare for things like that, at the end of the game, a little bit chirping going on, but, that's all they get to. We don't try to, say too much. We just let our play do the talking, and we just do what we do and not try to, say too much to anybody.